And I'm live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the globe. I hope you're having a great day, everybody. This is Myrma, and we are on our day 10 of the 90 Days Think and Grow Rich Challenge. As you can see here in the poster, and it's 8:06 a.m. today. I'm trying to be consistent on what I posted here is 8 to 8:15 to start the Think and Grow Rich challenge. And so like I said, today is our day 10. And so welcome to the day 10 of my 90 days Think and Grow Rich challenge. Today we are talking about the most powerful one of the most powerful stories in Think and Grow Rich. It's the story of Edwin Barnes. So I didn't know Edwin Barnes. I had to Google him. Uh, so Barnes had a dream and he wanted to become a business partner of the famous Thomas Edison. Some information about Edwin Barnes. He was an ordinary man with an extraordinary desire. Remember, we talked about the burning desire, right? So he became famous in this Think and Grow Rich book of Napoleon Hill for setting a clear goal to become the business partner of Thomas Edison. Although he had no money, no connections, no or special advantages, Barnes refused to give up on his dreams. Though through persistence and determination and his unwavering belief, he eventually achieved his goal and became one of Thomas Edison's business associates. His story teaches us that success often begins not with resources, but with a burning desire, as we mentioned in our previous go live. It's that burning desire and the willingness to act. It's not only you have your burning desire, but the willingness to act on your burning desire. So, the interesting part of this one, as I want to emphasize, is Barnes didn't have money. He didn't have influence. He didn't have connections, like what 6'3" in the previous Go Live said, that not all the successful people are smart or are born smart and born rich. Some people are not. They started from the bottom and going up. What he did, what Edwin Barnes did, was he had a burning desire. That's the thing that he has on him. Most people would have looked at this others their circumstances and would say that's impossible. But Barnes refused to let his current situation determine his future. He traveled to meet Edison and accepted whatever opportunity was available. At first, he wasn't Edison's partner. He started with a small role, but he kept his goal alive and stayed ready. Then, one day, the opportunity he had been preparing for appeared. And because he was ready, he was able to turn that opportunity into success. This story reminds me of many people who start an online business. Often, hello.
The opportunity was the dictating machine called the Ediphone, and it wasn't selling very well. And Barnes took it over from Edison. So I'll take this over and try to run with it. Edison, fine, you deal with it because it wasn't
Okay.
selling well. And so now that dictaphone, it's called the dictaphone, right? But we use it like for transcribing and things like that from our phones, right, today. And so the genesis of that is that it took off, right, and it sold very well, and that made him a millionaire. And
There you go.
Edison and him, they decided to be partners.
Oh,
It's a famous
you
story.
know
It's
Edison, yeah, and
Yeah,
Barnes.
yeah, Edison is a great story to read. There's some myth and there's some reality, but Edison, he invented corporate what do you call it? He invented the myth of the lone inventor, but he also invented corporate invention, right? Meaning that there was a team of people that worked for him and he owned their work, right? If they invented something themselves, and he owned that. Okay. And that is followed even today. When you work for a company and you invent something, the company owns it, not you. Edison started that whole thing, but he kept the myth of the lone inventor for himself. So very powerful guy in American history.
Is that same goes with the singers, the composers?
Yeah, it's under contract. Yeah. So whatever that contract states is what it is. So, if it's a contract, I'm not into that whole thing. I worked in the entertainment business, but not that area.
But some contracts do state that, but if the contract doesn't state that, it's their own.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to Taylor Swift, right? She didn't own the rights to her first, was it 3 albums? You guys can correct me. And then she re-recorded them. And then now there's a Taylor Swift line in every new contract that says you can't do that. So that is closed. The legal people closed that loophole that she found in her contract. So crazy story, but we're diverging a little bit. But Barnes basically, it's used a lot in business. It's Think and Grow Rich has it as well. So it's the persistence and also burning bridges, right? Basically saying that, okay, that's it. I'm going to follow this road and then find out what's going to happen, right? And he believed in the success so much, Barnes did, right? That he would find some edge that, that Edison was, looking for. And he took that and ran with it, right? And that was the failure of the Epiphone, which is the first dictating machine. And Edison invented that. Yeah, it's a cool story. So, if you believe in your own success, that's really the most important. Believe in your own success, but then also, it depends on how far you want to go, right? It's up to you, if you want to burn all of your bridges, right? Which is what Barnes did. He took any job that Edison would give him, sweeping the floors, right? Yeah, it's a famous myth that the sweeping the floor, right? But you're sweeping the floor of where all these things are happening, right? All the inventions of the early 20th century are literally happening in this room in New Jersey, right? Orange, New Jersey. So you're literally at ground zero of where everything gets invented, so even if you're sweeping the floor, you're still there, right? And Barnes knew that.
And you're observing everything that's going on.
Observing everything that's going on, his whole business practices, what his personality is. That's intelligence, right? We call that corporate intelligence.
And he grabbed that opportunity because he knows he can get something out of it.
Right. And he appealed to Edison's personality on the fact that he could rescue that as a failure. And luckily he did. Those dictaphone machines sold like wildfire, because people wanted to record, what they were doing and then send that off to someone to type it, right? That was an amazing idea, So that's the story. Barnes, man, he kicks butt. And he's in the history books. It's real.
So connecting that to our online business. So often a lot of people, they don't have experience like us. We don't have experience on the online business. People with no experience, some people don't consider themselves like us tech savvy. They don't know how to market online. We don't know how to market online. We don't know how to begin, right? And all of us in this community of almost 300,000 business entrepreneurs, like I've been saying, we started from zero. All of us started from zero. We didn't know how to begin. Even the doctors, even the educators, there are a lot of different various kinds of careers of people with different careers here. There are firefighters, doctors, nurses, healthcare professionals, data scientists here, accountant here. So yet they have something more important. It's the desire for a better future. Don't you think it's right?
Very much so.
And the thing is that the desire for a better future is they want to have more time with family. They want to have time freedom. They want an additional income stream, financial freedom. Maybe they want the freedom to work from anywhere. So this business is a perfect fit. It's a global business. You can do it anywhere you are. And our entrepreneurs here in this community, they come from different walks of like different locations.
Yeah.
in the
All
earth.
in the world. Different locations. Well, outside the earth, but
Not
not too
outside.
far outside on the land.
Different
right?
locations in the earth,
Yeah.
globally. So that's why we call it global. Maybe they want to stop trading all of their time for
They're
money
on the earth. They're not inside the earth. They're
in
outside the
the
earth. They're
earth.
on the earth, like
They're
like
not.
you and me.
They're not floating uh, around the earth. So just like Barnes, they don't need, and they, meaning including us, they don't need to have everything figured out in one day. They simply need to be willing to start. That's the very, very first
Yeah.
thing. That's very, very first important one is the willingness to start. That's why one of the reasons I appreciate our online business model is that
Oh, thank you. Oh no, that's not. That's a different
the
model.
model,
Oh,
the
oh.
model
I thought the okay.
is that what is this business model? What does this business model do?
Desire.
Desire. People don't have to do it alone.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't do it alone. We
We
do it
don't do
together.
it. Yeah, and not only us, but we have uh, our business system, business model provides the training, the coaching, workshops, and a supportive community of again almost 300,000 business entrepreneurs, and that helps people learn step by step. And the workshops, the Zoom meetings between the smaller groups within the community, and our millionaires mastermind. That's every week from the very, very time, very, very day that they started this online business community almost 10 years ago.
Oh wow.
Almost 10 years ago. That's just our community. Almost 10 years ago, with all this business model created by genius individuals, two genius individuals. Almost 10 years. We were gonna celebrate our 10 years anniversary next
Our
year
10-year?
in the community, our business community. And I'm planning to be there in Vancouver next year. I don't know about you. Meeting up with my business partners, accountability partners. But the 10 years that I'm talking about is just the community, our community where we belong, that has this great business model. But we are affiliated with a very big we are affiliated with several businesses, but the biggest company that we're affiliated in that gives very generous what do you call that? I'm trying to
Commission.
filter the word that I will not be
Sure.
dinged. So
Generous help.
generous help to us.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and we are affiliated with that big billion-dollar company. That billion-dollar company exists since more than 52 years ago.
We're gonna run.
Okay, bye, Ron.
Bye.
Bye. He's gonna work now.
Those are awesome.
So that huge, our affiliate company, billion-dollar company, one of our biggest billion-dollar companies, has been in existence for more than 52 years. So there is no worry that something's gonna happen to that company because it has been here for more than 52 years. And going back to the starting with day one, success. It's clear that success doesn't happen because someone knows everything. Someone in this community may know things, but with the business model that we have, it doesn't mean that they know everything. They start from zero. They start with the training, step by step training. And success happens because someone is willing to learn, stay coachable. That's very important, to stay coachable and keep moving forward. So Edwin Barnes didn't become successful overnight, and nobody becomes successful overnight unless you're born to a family of successful billionaires, right? Like some families are. But Edwin Barnes didn't become successful overnight, and a lot of business entrepreneurs, they didn't become successful overnight. He became successful because he stayed committed to his vision long enough for opportunity to meet preparation. So today's question is, what dream have you been postponing because you feel unqualified? Remember, you don't need to be ready for everything. You only need to be ready to take the first step. And your current circumstances do not define your future. Your decision to keep moving forward does. So, in closing, I want to reiterate that Edwin Barnes didn't wait until he was qualified to start. He started and then became qualified. The same can happen for you. That's my 2 cents for today. Thank you for joining us, me and 6'3", for this day 10 of Think and Grow Rich Challenge. If you are curious about learning how people are creating income online and working from home, working from anywhere, and receiving coaching every step of the way, send me a message and I'll share our free webinar with you. So I'll see you tomorrow on our day 11. Bye. Have a great day. God bless everybody.